Hey everyone, this is David Geisler with Norm Geisler International Ministries. Some of you may know that we are making a movie about my father, and it's called Norm Geisler Not Qualified. Now, in making this movie, I'm realizing, especially now in the time we're living, that it's especially important to live our lives in a certain way. You see, my dad, Norm Geisler, was not just a good apologist, theologian, and philosopher. My dad was also a good Christian who really tried to put Christ first in his life and to put other people first. And I think living in the times we're living in today, with all the stress and uncertainty, it's especially important for all of us who claim to be Christians to live in a certain kind of way. In fact, we really all need to learn how to live like Jesus did. You may remember the Christian writer C.S. Lewis said something like this: God whispers to us in our pleasures, he speaks to us in our conscience, but he shouts to us in our pain. Pain is God's megaphone to arouse a deaf world. So my question to all of us is, what is God shouting out to us, especially during this time of crisis? What specifically should you and I be doing? What steps should we be taking to be salt and light in the world we live in as followers of Christ? You see, I think it's time for all of us to live more intentionally, don't you? And for me personally, it means that I need to work on considering other people's needs just as important as my own needs. You remember the Apostle Paul exhorted us in Philippians 2 to not merely look out for our own personal interests, but also for the interest of others. We should be like that in our lives. You know, that means for me personally that I need to care when I go grocery shopping. I need to care about other people and not just hoard the food for myself. I think it's time for me personally to care more about my own character than my personal reputation. It's time for me to care about the spiritual condition of my neighbors much more than I do. And it's especially time to care more than just about people's physical healing when there's a spiritual virus that has more long-lasting consequences that we should also be concerned about. It's time to live more sacrificial, don't you think? In short, it's time to put Christ first. Now, if you feel like God is leading you to do something, post it on social media and put the hashtag, it's time. I think it's time for all of us who are followers of Jesus Christ to show the world that we can live as Jesus lived and let them know there's hope, even in these difficult times. Would you join me in this campaign? It's time. Thanks.